today what we're going to do is a standard titration with a strong acid and a strong alkali. Therefore I picked the indicator phenolphthalein, which is the best one to show the point of neutralisation. Remember to always look at the concentrations and the strength of the acid to determine the correct indicator. We're using a 50 cm3 burette in a burette clamp and stand. What we need to do first of all is adjust the height of the burette so that we don't have any accidents. So we place the beaker under the burette, we then raise it until it's just above the conical flask so we can move it without breaking the edge off. We've got a 10 cm3 pipette and we've got a funnel. The very first thing is that these burette and pipette may be contaminated from previous experiments, so we need to actually wash them out. So the first thing we do is we wash them out with deionized water. Once we've washed them out with deionized water, then we rinse them through with the appropriate chemical. Now we're going to actually wash out the 10 cm3 pipette. It might be contaminated, so we're going to take some deionized water, put some into a beaker. Don't be tempted to take the water directly from the wash bottle because it might fall over and spill. Very importantly, the sodium hydroxide, the hydrochloric acid and the water are colourless. They could get confused, so clearly mark the beakers. So marks this one H2O. We're now going to put the pipette filler onto the pipette. Now this is really important in terms of health and safety. So actually grab hold of the pipette near the end, take your pipette filler, slightly loosen it and then push it on. And then tighten up. And you won't have any accidents. So I'm now going to draw up the water. Don't be tempted to do this very fast, do it nice and slowly. But what is important is we take it past the 10 cm3 marker, because that's exactly what you might do when taking up the chemical. So I'm now going to release it. Put it there. So we now washed it out with the water. Put the water to one side. And now we're going to take the sodium hydroxide. Put a small amount of the sodium hydroxide in the beaker. You can't see much difference between the water and the sodium hydroxide, so we're going to clearly mark it. So I marked it NaOH. And the same thing now. What I'm going to do is draw up. Now in this particular case you might not have an awful lot of your chemical, so what you do is you rotate it and you're cleaning out and washing your pipette. So we've now got it all out. So that is now ready for the titration. The same thing with the burette.